See this bill? That's $424 gone before anyone even touches your car. Most owners bring their Tesla in for a frozen screen or warning message. And the first thing the technician does is reboot the system. The same reset takes 10 seconds from your driver's seat. Skip it, and that small glitch can quietly turn into a $1,200 service visit. Subscribe for no-fluff Tesla tips that save owners real money. Reset number 1. The scroll wheel reset. Hold both steering wheel scroll wheels for about 10 seconds. The screen will turn black, the Tesla logo will appear, and the system will restart. Many owners assume a frozen touchscreen means something serious has failed. Navigation stops responding. Music controls lag. Bluetooth disconnects. The entire interface feels stuck. In most cases, the problem is simply the media control unit needing a restart. The media control unit runs the center display and manages navigation, music, vehicle settings, and most of the controls you interact with on the screen. Like any computer, it can occasionally encounter temporary software conflicts, especially after a software update or extended system activity. Restarting the system clears those temporary software states. Holding both scroll wheels forces the media control unit to reboot. The display shuts down, reloads its software environment, and starts fresh. The vehicle's driving systems, steering, braking, and acceleration continue operating normally during the process. Tesla even documents this reset in the official owner's manual. If the touchscreen becomes unresponsive, Tesla instructs owners to restart it using the steering wheel scroll buttons. Once you know this reset, many small glitches stop feeling like serious problems. They become quick fixes you can perform in seconds. But this reset only restarts the display computer. The next reset goes deeper into the vehicle's software systems. Reset 2, the brake pedal reset. Press the brake pedal and hold both steering wheel scroll wheels until the screen turns black. The display will restart and the system will reload. Owners often see warnings after a software update. Autopilot features may temporarily disable. Cameras may show initialization messages. The car still drives normally, but something feels inconsistent. This usually happens because a software process did not fully restart after the update. Adding brake input during the reset triggers a broader restart sequence inside the vehicle's software layers. Several internal systems reload at the same time while the display reboots. The screen turns black, the Tesla logo appears, and the operating environment loads again. Camera systems, driver assist features, and interface processes all initialize together. Tesla actually recommends rebooting the touchscreen if the system behaves incorrectly after an update, before scheduling service. This is why many technicians start diagnostics with a reboot. A temporary software state can trigger warnings even though the hardware is working perfectly. When the system reloads, those warnings often disappear. If the message returns after the reset, then the issue may require deeper troubleshooting. But in many cases, the vehicle simply needed a clean restart to synchronize its internal software processes again. The next reset goes one step further. Instead of restarting the display, it shuts down the vehicle's electronic systems together. Reset number 3. The full power-off reset. Use the power-off option in the vehicle settings. Open Controls, go to Safety, then tap Power Off. Once the car shuts down, leave it untouched for about 2 minutes. Do not press the brake pedal, open a door, or interact with the screen during this time. After the pause, press the brake pedal to wake the vehicle. Many owners assume that restarting the touchscreen resets the entire car. It does not. The scroll wheel reboot mainly restarts the display system, while many other vehicle computers remain active in the background. The power-off reset works differently. When this option is selected, the vehicle shuts down several internal electronic control units together. Communication modules, sensor systems, and vehicle computers temporarily power down. When the car wakes again, these systems restart in the proper sequence and reconnect with one another. This reset often clears issues that a simple screen reboot cannot fix. Owners sometimes notice random alerts, charging port glitches, or temporary driver assist warnings that appear without a clear cause. These situations are frequently the result of software processes that did not fully reset during normal operation. Allowing the vehicle to power down completely gives those systems time to shut down cleanly before restarting. The process takes only a few minutes and requires no tools. For that reason, technicians often perform a full power-off cycle early in the diagnostic process when investigating unusual vehicle behavior. If a warning disappears after this reset, the cause was likely a temporary software state rather than a hardware fault. But if alerts continue appearing, the next reset goes deeper. It involves restarting the vehicle's low-voltage electrical system, which powers the entire network of computers inside the car. Reset number 4. The low-voltage battery power cycle. Power down the vehicle before touching the low-voltage battery. Open the controls menu, go to Safety, select Power Off, and wait for the car to fully shut down. After that, access the front trunk and disconnect the negative terminal of the low-voltage battery for a short moment before reconnecting it. Every Tesla uses a small low-voltage battery to start and support the vehicle's electronic systems. This battery powers the computers that control communication between sensors, displays, and vehicle control units. When these systems lose synchronization, the car can show persistent alerts or strange behavior that a normal software reset does not fix. Disconnecting the low-voltage battery briefly interrupts power to the vehicle's electronic network. When the battery reconnects, the internal computers start again from the beginning. The system reloads its communication pathways, and the vehicle begins a clean startup sequence. This type of power cycle is sometimes used during deeper troubleshooting because it forces every electronic module to restart together. Issues such as repeated warning messages, charging handshake problems, or communication faults between vehicle systems may disappear once the network initializes again. The key point is that this process is not repairing hardware. It simply restores the normal startup order of the vehicle's electronic systems. Because this reset affects the entire electrical network, it should be done carefully and only when simpler resets have not solved the issue. In many cases, it clears stubborn alerts that remain after screen or menu resets. But there is one more reset Tesla owners often misunderstand. It involves the battery management system and the way the car estimates driving range. Reset number 5. Battery management system calibration. Let the battery occasionally reach both a low and a high charge level. This helps the battery management system keep the range estimate accurate. Some Tesla owners believe their battery is losing capacity when the displayed range drops. In many cases, the battery itself has not changed. The estimate has simply drifted. The battery management system calculates range by observing voltage, temperature, and charge levels inside the battery pack. Over time, if the car is always driven within a narrow charging window, such as charging between moderate levels every day, the system receives fewer reference points from the full operating range of the battery. When this happens, the estimate can slowly become less precise. Allowing the battery to occasionally reach a lower charge level and later charge to a higher level gives the battery management system fresh data. The system can then recalibrate its internal calculations and adjust the range display accordingly. This process does not create new battery capacity. It simply improves the accuracy of the range estimate shown on the screen. Most drivers notice the difference after 1 or 2 full charge cycles that include both ends of the charge range. The vehicle gradually updates its estimate as it observes the battery behavior again. Understanding this prevents a common misunderstanding among owners. A changing range number does not always mean the battery is degrading. Sometimes the system is simply recalculating. Once the estimate stabilizes, normal charging habits can resume. The goal is accuracy, not constant full cycles. The bottom line: reset before assuming failure. Start with a reset before scheduling service. Modern Teslas run on a network of vehicle computers. When one of those systems gets stuck in an unusual software state, the car may show warnings, lag, or behave strangely even though nothing is actually broken. That is why troubleshooting follows a simple order. Restart the display using the steering wheel, scroll wheels. If the issue continues, try the brake pedal reboot. If warnings remain, use the power off reset from the settings menu. For persistent electronic alerts, a low-voltage battery power cycle restarts the entire vehicle network. And if the range estimate looks wrong, the battery management system may simply need calibration. Most service diagnostics begin with these exact steps. Understanding them changes how you approach Tesla ownership. Instead of assuming a repair is needed, you restore the system first and see if the problem clears. Often, it does. And that small habit quietly saves owners service visits, time, and money. For more practical Tesla ownership insights, stick around.